Good afternoon, everyone. I'm meteorologist Jacob Wycoff, joined by our executive weather producer, Terry Eliasen. Terry, we've had the heat and humidity around. We had kind of a brief lull, but it seems like
it's summertime.
It is definitely summertime for sure. And with that, sometimes we get these type of situations that pop up where we do have a next weather alert in effect.
Yeah, we've had a slow start, I'd say, to the severe weather season here.
Yeah.
We've had a couple of warnings here and there, but nothing major yet. And again, today is another one of those days where we're eye to the sky, but it doesn't look like a major deal.
It's not an outbreak by any
No,
means.
but if you have outdoor plans tonight, I certainly would want to get the updated forecast from Eric at 5, maybe check the CBS weather app before you go out.
Yep.
Because there's definitely going to be risk of some scattered storms. You know, the timing of which, it's not one of those perfect days where there's a front and everything's there's like a line. It's going to kind of be scattered starting around like 2 or 3 o'clock this afternoon.
Absolutely, and that part of the day is really going to play a role in what arrives later, because if we get a little bit more activity early on, that sometimes feeds off the energy of the front as it does swing through. But to your point, we do have the possibility of some isolated showers and perhaps a storm in the middle of the afternoon. The actual front as it approaches in the evening, that would be probably the biggest risk around sunset, give or take an hour or so.
Yeah, that's going to be a little later than what is typical. Usually our prime time is like 5, 6, 7 o'clock. It looks like, and we'll show you the model in a second, looks like it's a little bit later, but you can definitely see the front. I mean, you can see that's sort of the edge of the clouds back into
Central New York,
exactly.
Western PA. They have some flash flood warnings out near Pittsburgh at the moment. That is the front that we'll be watching.
Yeah, but you can already see there's not like a ton of severe weather. It's not like the radar is lit up right now by any means, especially the stuff that would be coming to our area. There's a few little splotches there in New York State, so this is something we'll just have to watch for the next few hours, see how things develop. But again, we're not calling for a major severe weather evening tonight, just something to kind of keep in the back of your mind.
Absolutely. So here's Futurecast. Watch as we go into the middle of the afternoon where we could see a little bit of that development. We do break out with some sunshine over the next couple of hours between, let's say, right now, filming this around noontime, and then through about 3 or 4 o'clock. And then the main activity would arrive sunset and beyond. This would be associated with some of that gusty wind, some torrential rain, some thunder and lightning. And we're going to hold on to a little bit of unsettled weather right on into Wednesday, south and east of Boston. It's definitely, although I would argue every day is a beach day, it's probably not a great beach day tomorrow because some of these showers will linger right on through the midday for Wednesday.
Yeah, so the Storms Prediction Center does have all of southern New England in a marginal risk for severe weather. And that is sort of, if you're a lot of people wonder what does marginal mean, and you can see if you can make out the little legend at the top there. It's really like a 1 out of 5. 5 being like the lookout below, and 1 being sort of the lowest level.
Yep.
So they kind of, it's more of like a general idea that hey, there may be some severe weather, keep an eye to the sky kind of thing, and that's where we're at today so far.
And so I think the next slide is one of the risks, which is the wind potential. The wind damage potential is greatest through the Poconos, through parts of New Jersey, basically west and southwest of the Hudson River Valley. As this line approaches us, still a wind threat, but I think torrential rain also a little bit more elevated. It's just not as big of a risk as it approaches us.
Yeah, so in my mind, any storms that do develop, the biggest risks today are probably some lightning and some torrential rain. Like the profile of the atmosphere today is such that it's almost, they call it like a I should have put the skew T in here.
Should have.
It was a great
Weather
opportunity
101.
for Weather 101. But at any rate, there is a potential for some pretty heavy downpours today. And if you get those training over the same areas, then maybe a little bit of localized flooding. And you mentioned the chance for wind damage. Otherwise, it's not a day where we're talking tornadoes and a lot of spin in the atmosphere. So, but nonetheless, if you get underneath one of these things and you're out watching your kid playing Little League, you're going to have to clear the fields really quickly.
Absolutely, yeah, for sure.
So at any rate, why is this happening? Well, the air is really juiced up. If you've been outside today, you can feel it. Anytime we get over 70 for dew points,
You feel it.
You feel it.
You absolutely feel it. We had a brief break with some of the higher dew points. The last couple of days weren't as high. We're going to see them staying a bit elevated over the next couple of days, but by Friday, for July 4th, I think we're looking really, really nice.
Yeah, that's really some of the great news is that this time of year, a lot of times on July 4th, we have a threat of like severe weather. It's going to be like a hot and humid day, and we have that forecast coming up here in a minute. But yeah, so we get rid of the humidity. The humidity sticks around tomorrow. Thursday, it starts to creep down. And then again, by the 4th, looking much, much better. But here are your highs for tomorrow. Another day where there may be a few towns touching 90.
Yeah.
I think for the most part, it's a few degrees cooler than today. So mostly upper 80s. I think it was Eric, or maybe it was somebody was mentioning a heat wave. I think there may be a few towns, if you look when this is all said and done, where that maybe touch 90 for 3 straight days this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. But for the most part,
it's kind of a sneaky heat wave because most of us are below that 90 degree.
Yeah, Boston certainly won't get there.
We hit 83 yesterday for our high. It just wasn't in the cards for us.
Yeah. So yeah, upper 80s tomorrow, and again on Thursday, sort of the same deal, maybe a few degrees warmer. And that humidity still sticking around, and there may be one final round of thunderstorms again on Thursday.
Yeah, and that's really going to be the leading edge of some of that drier air that will spill in right in time for parts of July 4th. So on Thursday, same idea, marginal risk for severe weather. Again, scale of 1 to 5, you're at a 1. We'll watch that afternoon and evening time frame for the front to move through. With the heat and humidity, instability could trigger a few thunderstorms. But as far as July 4th goes, I mean, goodness gracious.
It doesn't get much better, yeah. These are average. I mean, I believe the average is right around 81, 82 degrees right now, so we're right around average. There should be a good deal of sunshine, especially in the morning. The only potential fly in the ointment that I see here is that the air is going to be a little bit unstable, well above our heads, and mostly in northern New England. So maybe there's a few clouds that pop up in the afternoon and early evening, and there's still like a very, very slight risk of a little shower somewhere, but mostly up in northern New England, I think.
So the big question, fireworks. Any issues that you see fireworks-wise?
Yeah, no, again, those showers that would pop up would be mid-afternoon. By the evening, that all melts away. And, I mean, honestly, it doesn't look like really it could be much better, more comfortable. I think, you think like 8, 9, 10 o'clock, it's probably upper 60s, low 70s, and very dry.
Yeah.
So pretty darn nice.
Yeah.
Again, and we've had a lot of 4th of Julys that have been very soupy lately. So.
Wasn't it a couple of years ago that Christmas the prior year was like warmer than 4th of July?
We've had a couple and then we had that, geez, I don't remember the year, but we had that 4th of July where they had to clear the Esplanade out because there was severe weather nearby.
I do remember that, yep.
But not the case this year. But we do see the temperatures, again, bumping up again this weekend and by late in the weekend.
Yeah, kind of following a similar pattern where we take a brief lull, if you can call it that, because still above average, but not as hot and humid as you go into Friday and Saturday. But then, just like this past weekend, we start to build the heat and humidity back. I think that we make a run for the mid to low 90s into next week. Monday and Tuesday look very, very warm.
Yeah, it looks like another run at potentially another heat wave. Doesn't, at this point anyways, look as bad as the heat wave we had last week where we're talking 102 degrees.
Yeah.
But we get that ridge building again, and like you said, I think we could have several days well into the 90s.
Absolutely.
Which, I mean, it is July, so it is the time of year.
It's not unheard of.
It's not crazy, but if you're one that doesn't like the heat and humidity, well, I don't know, maybe go to the Cape.
But this time last week when we talked about like there's really no signs pointing to an overall pattern change of some of the heat and humidity, and I don't see any breaks in that, even looking long term.
Yeah, I think
the ridge is going to be pretty profound and staying in place.
Persistent. Yeah. I would anticipate the 90-degree days to continue, and I think the average is 14, 15 per season. We'll probably end up well over that.
Yeah,
we're certainly well on our way.
We're already tied with 2023's total. Of 90-degree days. If you're heading to the Cape or Islands for July 4th, you're looking good Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Perhaps maybe a couple of extra clouds over the weekend, but
it's a great spot at this time of year. If it's really hot inland or up here in Boston, the Cape with the ocean still being in the 70s, it's really a great spot to be this weekend. My guess is it'll be pretty busy down there this weekend.
Maybe so.
It is July 1st.
Yeah,
so we should
welcome.
mention, here we go. It's crazy that it's July already. The summer always seems to go by so much faster than the other seasons.
Unfortunately, yeah. So we're really not building our temperatures all that much. Like we're kind of slowing that increase down. Early part of the month in the low 80s. End of the month we're in the low 80s. One thing that I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but we're already losing daylight. right? After we get past the summer solstice, we slowly start to lose the daylight. Our sunsets decrease by 20 minutes from the beginning of the month to the end of the month, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, still, it's as far as sunsets go, it's June and July are the peak months.
Sure.
And I think you don't really start to notice it getting light. It's getting darker earlier until like mid to late August. It becomes really obvious. But July is still one of the great months for that. And as we said, we averaged 90 degrees in July. I wouldn't be shocked if we went over that. I mean, we're already probably looking at 3 or 4 potential in the first week here. So I think it's going to be a hot July. And of course, it's always a hot July. But I really do think a lot of 90s probably. And of course, the other thing to be aware of in July is if we continue to have some of the dry conditions, we could be talking a little bit of drought, which is hard to believe.
Yeah.
But we were so under, we were 2.5 inches below average in June. If we were to continue to have that kind of deficit into July, we're going to start seeing more water bands pop up and things of that nature.
And the thing is, a lot of people say like, oh, it was so wet in May. But all it takes is 1 month where we bake like we did, especially in the summertime, and you quickly lose a lot of that ground reserve, especially the first foot of moisture in the soil. You bake that off pretty quickly, and that's exactly what we saw in June. I know the town I live in, they've instituted outdoor water bans. We ran a story this morning where a community in Martha's Vineyard, they canceled their outdoor squirt gun fight, which is a shame. But that's what you have to do.
Yeah, I know a lot of folks are seeing those water bans pop up, and they're like, you got to be kidding me. Like I felt like it rained, for the entire spring, but I think it was more just poorly timed rain. It was a lot of weekend rain. And again, as you see on this chart, it was really just 1 month of above average rainfall. Other than that, it really hasn't been.
And even in the month of June, our biggest rainfall was on a Saturday. It was 1 inch of rain. And then other than that, it was like a 1/10 of an inch here or 5/100ths of an inch there. Like it didn't amount to all that much. So that's why we have the deficit for the month.
My lawn is getting very brown. Crunchy. I bet you a lot of folks are saying the same thing, and they're like, man, it shows how fast you can go from like a wet spring to a very dry summer period. It doesn't take much. The drought monitor shows we're still in overall good shape. It's not like there's any major drought in the area. Interesting that out on the Outer Cape and the islands, there's a little bit of drought, but
we've talked about it. It's just a different soil composition too, right? Where they don't, because it's so sandy out there, they just don't store the moisture the same way. But we'll see over the next, the newest drought monitor comes out on Thursday. We'll see if that expands at all.
Yeah, and of course, we're not talking a major long-term drought. Summertime, like you said, it takes a couple weeks or a month of dry weather, and you're going to start getting those concerns. But 7-day really looks very July-ish.
Yeah, absolutely. So upper 80s Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We take a step back a little bit for a perfect July 4th forecast. And then we start to heat up, right? Sunday and Monday.
Again.
We should also mention that the front that moves through over the next couple of days, that also has the opportunity in South Florida to maybe trigger a hurricane or at least some tropical activity, I should say. It's that time of year that people have to get that in their minds. And I know we have been super, super, super lucky, 30 years without any sort of hurricane landfall in southern New England.
Since Bob, 1991.
So just something that we have to think about.
Yeah, and again, nothing in the short term.
Imminent, yes.
But yes, there's over Florida over the next 7 days or so, there's kind of an area to watch. But it's that time of year, we're going to start keeping an eye to the tropics. And as you say, it only takes one here. I think forecasts are basically this season to be about average, maybe slightly above average in the Atlantic. But as far as Massachusetts goes, you can't really predict it at the time. It is what it is. But
we're always on borrowed time around here with that.
Yes.
Well, we appreciate you tuning in to this CBS News Boston cut-in when it comes to our weather forecast. If you are watching on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. I'm Jacob Wycoff, Terry Eliasen. Be safe out there.